1985. Indian Parliament passed a historic resolution, and an institution was born to cater to the growing needs of higher education of a larger segment of population in the country. An institution which was to change the way education was looked at, IGNOU, the Indira Gandhi National Open University.
Ever since the inception of Indira Gandhi National Open University way back in 1985, we made a very humble beginning by launching two pilot programs, and with the 3 regional centers, and we have about 4,000 students enrolled with us. And today, when we talk of IGNOU, we have over 70 programs, we have more than 40 regional centers, we have more than 600 study centers, program centers, special study centers, and this increase, this massive development in itself speaks of the vastness of the system.
Based upon the novel concept of distance education, IGNOU has carved a niche for itself in the educational scene of the country. Today, IGNOU has emerged as the second largest university of the world. To coordinate the administrative activities of innumerable programs, IGNOU is offering in distance education. Regional centers are created in every state, which in turn are supported with a strong network of program study centers and the study centers. All the activities like admissions, identification of study centers, selection of counselors, etc. are dealt with at the regional centers in each state and the IGNOU headquarters in Delhi. To encourage the concept of distance education, the emphasis here is to create an openness in the educational system in all aspects, from admission to examination. Tirelessly working to realize its goal of providing lifelong continuing education to the masses, IGNOU stands as the proud recipient of Excellence in Distance Education, an award conferred by Commonwealth of Learning in 1993. In the era of survival of the fittest, every profession has developed a need for specialized skills and modern approach. But the crucial demands of work and the hectic pace of everyday life does not leave people with enough time to enroll themselves for conventional modes of education to update their knowledge or skills.
After finishing my graduation, I immediately could not join post-graduation because I got married. And then I got very busy with my practice and with my family, and at the same time I wanted to do post-graduation. So when I saw this ad for PGDMCH from IGNOU, which is a distance education course, I really jumped at the opportunity. I joined the course, I got the excellent study material, and not only I got a degree, I upgraded my knowledge, acquired more skills, acquired more experience, and I am really glad that I did this course.
Basically, I opted for this course because it offered me a flexibility to pursue graduation, a graduate degree side by side, following a parallel career avenue.
It is distance education which has become a boon for such aspirants by offering them the flexibility of time, place, age, attendance and eligibility for completion of various courses with subject combinations of their choice.
I'm 48 years old, a mother of 2 children, and I chose IGNOU because of its flexibility, because it has no barriers for age. So I thought this is a good time to update my skills in a subject that I'm interested in, and because I work also, so I can at my own free will I have taken this course. The proximity to my house also, because they're very well organized on their regional centers and their study centers. Very helpful supervisors and counselors. I'm very happy that I took this course.
Very often we confuse correspondence education with distance education, but they are both different in their purpose, orientation, program packaging and their reach to the masses. Let us understand the methodology of distance education. In conventional mode of education, the learner and the teacher are in close proximity with each other on a continuous basis in a classroom. But in distance education, the teacher and the learners are separated from each other, since the learners may come from any part of the country. But still, there is a strong communication which is two-way between the teacher and the learner.
And the program package comprises print material in terms of SIM, that is, self-instruction course materials and assignments, multimedia packaging which involves audiovisual, telecast of audio programs on AIR and Doordarshan, counselling face-to-face, teleconferencing, and for specific courses, the arrangements are there to help the students undertake practicals. Practical training at study centres has a strong two-way communication inbuilt. One can opt for distance education at one's own place and pace with ample flexibility of time to complete the course. In a broad way, distance education provides the learner freedom to be in touch with one's family, workplace, society, friends, peer group, counsellor, course material, media, subject expert, library, etc. For formulation of various academic programs in distance education of different fields, IGNOU has set up 9 schools, individually responsible for development, research work, and academic activity of the specific stream. These schools are School of Computer and Information Sciences, School of Continuing Education, School of Education, School of Engineering and Technology, School of Humanities, School of Management Studies, School of Sciences, School of Social Sciences, and School of Health Sciences.
The School of Health Sciences of this university started functioning in the year 1991 with the objective of augmenting the educational opportunities of doctors, nurses, and paramedical personnel. After successful launching of the BSc Nursing program and the postgraduate diploma in maternal and child health for medical graduates, we have launched another 3 important programs during the last 1 year, and they are a 1-year postgraduate diploma in hospital and health management, a 1-year postgraduate certificate program in rural surgery, and the certificate in health and environment. These 3 programs have been very well taken and appreciated all over the country. In fact, these are very innovative programs that we have launched from the university during the last 5 years. And the demand for our programs is increasing day by day in national as well as in the international market.
Stepping into the new millennium with distinguished achievements has been a proud moment for our developing nation. But the era of globalization and never-ending industrialization has caused a severe dent in the very environment we are living in. Pollution of all kinds, be it air, water, soil, or food, is on a continuous rise, and so are its ill effects on human health. To prevent further degradation of the environment, the School of Health Sciences felt the need of a course which must have a rationale of making every literate more aware and educated about the environment so that he can contribute positively towards its conservation. In consonance with this, CHE, or Certificate in Health and Environment, made its way to the list of programs offered by the School of Health Sciences. The development and design of this program is prepared in partnership with SOHS and a Bangalore-based NGO, ACS Ministries. The aim of CHE is to inculcate skills of conserving the environment among learners so that they can further safeguard them and their community from the horrendous impact of the adverse environment. Everyone and anyone who feels for the environment can enroll for this course of 6 months duration. However, the targeted beneficiaries will be health professionals, paramedical staff, school, college and university teachers, sanitary inspectors, nursing home administrators and lay people with 10+2 qualification.
We are glad to have you on the fraternity of IGNOU as counselors for program of Certificate in Health and Environment. Let us now learn the role of a counselor in distance education system like ours. The learners who enroll in this program vary in their age, background, experience and the very objective for which they have enrolled in this program. This thing makes your role as a counselor very important in consonance with the needs of the learners. Thus, you must involve your own style of interaction to suit the needs of all the learners.
Counselors should bear in mind that this is not a classroom teaching. IGNOU counseling sessions are to motivate the students, to arouse interest in the students about that subject, because here the students come from different backgrounds, and many times a student might not have studied the subject which is opted for. The counselors are to make the subject simpler and also make them understand what this subject is, so that they can follow the study material. I very much appreciate the study material provided by IGNOU. It is written by the experts and it is very much like a textbook.
What makes your role most crucial is that you are the only link to the learners to clarify the doubts regarding the program, IGNOU, and sometimes even administrative problems.
Main duty of the counselor is to enhance their knowledge, and the main duty is to remove the misconceptions, because it's different from the classroom teaching. Because in classroom teaching the syllabus is there and the teacher has to come and explain the course material. But in the distance learning, the material which is made is already self-learning, which is self-enhancing, and if we come to the class and explain the concepts, if we remove their misconceptions in the class, and when they go back to their homes, if they open the books, then definitely they will have a better knowledge about the subject.
The role of a counselor is not only to act like a counselor. She or he has to like a motivator, guide, parent, a good friend as well. Because sometimes the students come with lot of problems, although they want to study, but they have lot of problems which no one is there to solve them. Because sometimes they are in job, but they want to study and they don't have a time to study. So you have to explain them how to spare time for their studies. Sometimes they have some parental problems, some like their parents are not well, some of them have a financial crisis, they want to study as well as they want to work. So a counselor should be like that. He or she has to listen all their problems and solve them.
So as a counselor, you share dual responsibility of teaching and educating them about the subject of your expertise, as well as acting as a guide, counselor and motivator for solving their personal as well as academic problems.
Broadly speaking, the responsibilities of a counselor in our program are outlined as theory counseling in respective subjects, demonstration of all practical activities to students in the laboratory and the field, evaluation of practical activities recorded in the practical manual, allowing them access to multimedia presentations, participation in teleconferencing, ensuring learning and gaining proficiency in respective disciplines.
We have identified study centers all over the country to cater to the learning needs of learners from far-flung-off areas.
The study centers where you will be interacting with students are equipped with the following facilities: Office of Assistant Coordinator, audio-visual facility, place for holding sessions, meetings and exams, laboratory facilities.
For this CHE program of 6 months duration, the learners will be coming to the study centers for 9 days contact period.
The 9 days schedule breakup. First 2 days for induction meeting, theory counseling, 5 days for practical work, 1 day of field visit to community and healthcare centers, last day for practical term end examination and assessment.
Induction meeting is the most important part of this 9 days contact period. It is at this time that the learners for the first time come in contact with the peers and the counselors. You as a counselor during this time must make the learners at ease, explain the distance education concept to them, and at the same time they will come up with their academic problems, their personal problems and also their administrative problems. Try to solve these problems, listen to them patiently and create an ambience for interesting learning.
A good counselor uses the opportunity of induction meeting as a breeding ground to generate mutual faith, understanding and team spirit, which not only helps the learners to share a bond with their counselors, but also makes the whole course a unique learning experience. The second half of the first day and the second day will be devoted to theory counselling.
During theory counselling, the learners will be asking you questions regarding their self-instructional material. You may also have to advise them regarding the assignments. So you must be well prepared with your course material for this program which has been provided to you.
The 2 days of interaction helps a counsellor to know about the student's background, qualifications and experience, which helps him in deciding the beginning and end levels of information he is required to impart to his class to make them proficient in their respective fields.
After the theory counselling, you must give them an overview of the practicals so that they can understand the importance of practicals in complementing this program of CHE.
Practical training plays a key role in this course, as it will enable the learner to actually use his knowledge and skills for conserving the environment, which is the very objective of this course.
We have chalked out a 5-day schedule for the practicals to be performed in the laboratory. Some of the experiments may require preparation of the reagents or samples before the practicals. Please go through the manual carefully so that you are able to understand how to arrange the practicals.
The proposed detailed schedule in the manual provided to you during training will help you being better prepared for the practicals which need advanced preparation of samples and reagents. This definitely will save time during the practicals and will keep learners enthused.
A proper scheduling of your 5 days will help you to plan your practicals and make best use of the time available to you.
To make the entire process of practicals systematic, simple and interesting for the learners, we have scheduled the practicals on one subject on the same day. Like 1 day is allocated for water practicals, 1 day for air practicals and so on. This helps the learners to be more focused. By organizing experiments in this manner, the counsellors can orient the students to the purpose and importance of the practicals, summarize the recapitulation of the relevant text material, and give time to thoughtful discussions with the learners. Depending upon the availability of non-consumable items and space, 2 batches can also be considered to do the practicals simultaneously. In case of paucity in non-consumables, the batches may alternate. For example, if one batch does practicals on water, then the other batch does practicals on air.
We offer you complete flexibility for rescheduling the practicals in the 5-day period. You must stress upon the learners to complete their practical manuals at the end of the practicals every day. This will not only help them in their practical term and examination, but also help them for analytical understanding of the relevant subject.
Visit to community and health centers. For any counsellor, this is the most challenging part of the entire process of interaction with the learners. You will be adjudged by your learners as to how good an organizer, communicator, guide, companion, professional and instructor you are during this visit.
You must maintain a constant vigil on each student so that you get a non-biased assessment of every individual during the practical.
You must prepare well for the visit by contacting the local community leader or pradhan of the identified area. The details of the parameters such as area, population and occupation of the people living there should be with you in advance.
You must plan well before your field visit. Contact the pradhan or the community leader. Also contact the doctor or the other staff in the health center. You must tell them the date and the approximate time of your visit so that the learners have an access to majority of people and can gather maximum information from them. Once you have coordinated the field visit, orient the learners to the purpose, objective and the importance of the field visit. In the field, give the learners ample opportunity to explore themselves the community. Also support their queries with adequate explanations.
Rectify their mode of communication if needed. Let them gather the information on their own. Allow them to get a feel of the community life and observe their suggestions and alternative measures they come up with for improving the environment.
After the data collection is over, allow the learners to share their views in a group. Let them discuss the environment, the health and their interplay or interaction in the community. Don't forget to give your opinion in the whole experience.
Ask them to reproduce the related data in their practical manuals. Practical term end examination. Practical term end examination is the last day for the students at the study center. Learners have to perform a set of experiments given to them, for which you can refer to the Academic Counselor manual.
At the end of the practical session, you must assess the practical manual and evaluate the overall performance of the learner during the entire practical session. Since there are no external examiners for the term end examination, the onus lies on you to give the due credit to the deserving learner.
We at the School of Health Sciences wish you the best of interaction with your learners and hope that the bonds you develop during your 9 days of counselling in their hearts.